Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Mitecoin stream. As always, broken record time. If you can hear me okay, I would appreciate a drop in the chat just to let me know that everything's working. I realized after a zillion of these things that everybody I watched online as I learned the ropes had headphones on, and I realized that the most part was because they were actually listening to guests and things like that. So I am going freestyle tonight with no headphones because I realized that that should not make a difference. So hopefully that's true. If there's a ruckus on your end, please let me know. I would appreciate it very much. But welcome again to another Mitecoin stream. Tonight we will be obviously covering some business and also our Mitecoin number 11 rollover number 1. Not to put any pressure before we get started, but per my calculations, our board only has 5 open spots. So that is a 90.4% chance somebody's gonna get selected tonight, and a 9.6 that we roll this baby over. That would be pretty unbelievable, but hey, I like an underdog, so let's see what can happen. Before we get started, another broken record aspect of it. What we're going to talk about tonight, what we're gonna do is purely entertainment. No financial advice given. Obviously, I recommend everybody do their own research. I mean, that's going to actually come into play a bit more than normal tonight as we get into some of the details. I know some of you want to get right into the game part of it, and I definitely enjoy that, and maybe more than you guys realize, as it is a total surprise to me as well. I have no idea what's under each one of these numbers coming up, and I actually get quite excited for you guys that win it. So before we get into the business side and the numbers, as always, be prepared if you would to provide some content. Videos are awesome, not required by any stretch. But some sort of content that we can share with the people outside of our community to generate some interest is what we're looking for. That can be in the form of a cell phone video that we can edit, I can edit, or a post on X or on Facebook. Anything that we can use to share the excitement about what we're doing. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the supposed excitement of crypto in general. Those of you that are new to crypto may be thinking that you were sold a pretty bogus a package, but I just want to give everybody a bit of I guess advice, or just from my experience. The crypto land is different than the traditional stock market in almost every way. It is way more volatile. It is way more up and down, and you have to be able to kind of just roll with the punches. I was kind of speaking to some people over chat in this last week, and they were reaching out and asking me, if I had any idea what in the world was going on with the market. And just a quick sidetrack here, in the world of actually all investing, but especially in crypto, there is something called leveraging. And what that basically means is that you can throw up some money, let's say $100, and if you 10 times leverage, then that website gives you $1,000 worth of trading volume or trading capital. Now, the difference is that they have something called the liquidation price, which means that if that price drops to a certain level, you don't get a chance to hold and wait for it to recover. They basically cleared the table of all the money. And I just decided to do a little research before our stream tonight. And in this last dip over the last couple days, I saw several different numbers. But the first article I clicked on seemed to be close to the others. $272 million was liquidated out of the crypto market. That means that obviously the bull run is forecasted, and last time we got together on our stream last Saturday night, Solana was $185, almost $186, and by all accounts, it looked like the bull run was upon us. And what happens is people think that it's a sure thing, and so they take whatever money they have available to them and they leverage it to try to get extra bang for their buck. Unfortunately, what they don't realize is there are people out there with a lot bigger wallets that keep track of how much money is sitting in leveraged funds. And they come in and they have the ability to tank the market and basically clear the table of everybody's money. So total crypto was 272 million. And I found this stat that I wanted to share with you. $21 million of Solana alone was cleared off the table. Because, if you've listened to some of the other times we've gotten together and talked, the all-time high of Solana's, I think, around $260. And things looked really promising last week when we got together, 186. And I'm sure that there was plenty of people out there that thought this was the promised bull run. And so they were going to leverage their money and just make money hand over fist. And then the whales came in and said, thank you very much, to the tune of $21 million of Solana. I tell you that story. If you're not familiar with liquidation and leveraging, I like to say, don't ask me how I know. But 4 years ago when I got into crypto, I thought I was smarter than everybody else. And needless to say, I donated some of my profits to the liquidation guys because I thought that I could outsmart them. And then I quickly realized that was there was a little bit of a small fish swimming in the big ocean, and I pretty much stayed in my lane from that point on. So with that said, again, welcome to the Mitecoin stream, where you're encouraged to grab an investment bag, which basically is ultimately that the minimum amount to join in our VIP room is 300,000 Mitecoin. That's around, as of our stream tonight, it's a little under $25. So if you come in at right around $300,000 or 300,000 Mitecoin, you are definitely welcome to join our fund, and we're looking for content providers. But the reality is that's not an investment level. That's just a fun participation in content level, and that's totally okay. But you also, if you're looking to invest in crypto, if you're looking for projects that have some potential to grow, then I would absolutely encourage you to check out and listen tonight and find out if what we're doing is something that you think has some legs and could keep going. And then from my perspective, it would be beneficial to grab some more, and then you see some benefits of as our project grows. So that's ultimately what you're deciding is, are you going to be an investor level, or are you going to be in a content level? Both of those are viable options, and definitely you can have success doing both of those. So as you have listened in over the last couple of weeks, we're still sitting at 300,000 coins to get in our VIP room. That has not changed in a minute, and that's okay as well. We want to constantly adjust that amount so that if somebody does want to jump in and join our project, it ranges in between $20 to $40, and as I get talking a little bit later, that will come into play as far as what our Match'em wallets will include and offer back to our community. So before I get into the numbers, I do want to share a few things. Obviously, if you are, into or paying attention to crypto, which if you're listening tonight, you obviously have some Mitecoin, and things are pretty down and out lately in the crypto land, like I said. And the chart that you're seeing now is the price of Mitecoin versus the US dollar. And so that big red candles and that dip, we absolutely had some people taking some profits this last week. But ultimately, what you're looking at on your screen right now is the effect of Solana dipping with the market. So that is what the chart that you're looking at is, a Mitecoin versus USD. And obviously, we're off from that all-time high. But obviously, if you look back to the beginning of July, we're still, things are looking really promising. And I wanted to throw up for you another chart before I go into some other numbers. And as you see this other chart jump up for you, what you're looking at now is the Mitecoin versus Solana price. And I hope that you realize that Even though our wallets may be lower than what we've been seeing in the last couple weeks, and the market in general, I can almost guarantee almost that if in your wallet, if you hold any other crypto, your crypto is going to be down as well as the market goes down. But what I'm hoping to show you all is that relative to the price of Solana, we are doing really, really well. Just some numbers. So as of the cutoff time for the stream tonight, the price of Mitecoin is around $142, $143. The last time we spoke, it was almost $186. So Solana is down 23% since last Saturday night. So what I wanted to do, just to kind of share some info with you all, is I picked 4 dates since we've been launched, starting from May 14th, then June 14th, July 3rd, and August 3rd, which is today, obviously. And all 3 of those dates have Solana trading within a couple dollars of each other. And I just wanted to, share with you, in case you were getting maybe concerned or frustrated, or in the crypto land, there's something called FUD, and that stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And if any of those have described your concerns or your thoughts over the last week, I want to just answer those a little bit. On May 14th, when the closing price was $142 and change, our market cap was $5,400, rounding up a bit. So a little over 5K. Fast forward a month to June 14th, and again, the Solana price was $143, and our market cap was $16,500. Fast forward another month, July 3rd, and again, Solana was $141. Our market cap was $163,000. And as of today, with Solana being around 142, 143, even with this downturn in the market, our market cap, everybody, is over $339,000. So it's undeniable that we are taking a bit of a hit, as with everybody else in the crypto land. But I sure hope that you're encouraged to realize that, with respect to Solana, we are doing fine. And you've heard me say before, and if this is your first time tuning in, I'm going to encourage everybody to do your own research. Do some research on Solana. If you feel like Solana is a viable, significant top 5 coin in crypto, then we are sitting fine. If your research leads you to think that Solana is on shaky ground, then, and I will just be honest with you, and anything in Solana then is going to be risky. Because obviously, as Solana goes, our value is tied to Solana. For me personally, obviously I've got a pretty significant holding in Solana, and from what I've seen, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But obviously, I would encourage you to do your own research in that regard. So I wanted to share with you that market cap comparison over the last 4 months, and just to kind of keep in perspective where we've come from and where we're sitting. But with that said, before we get into the exact numbers, I do want to share some things that have been on my heart and been on my mind lately. And I know that we've had a bit of growth since I've kind of summarized the Mitecoin situation and our project. And I just want to throw up our main screen, our welcome screen, if you will. And I know that you all can read, but I want to read it to you and kind of speak to it a little bit. So Mitecoin, a meme coin project hoping to represent Christ in crypto with a cray utility that challenges its community members with Matthew 20:15. Don't I have the right to do what I want with what is mine? Are you jealous because I'm generous? And ultimately, everybody, that idea is what will make or break Mitecoin, kind of separating itself out from a traditional meme coin that, the profit gets taken and there's no reason to come back. versus a sustainable long-term idea that can kind of get some legs and really grow into something that's pretty awesome in my opinion. But that's my opinion, and and um, and so that's where you all come into it. And we are going to start transitioning, into at least an opportunity so that each individual holder can kind of gauge for themselves what kind of traction Mitecoin is getting. Like I said, I am um, right or wrong. I feel committed to you guys. I feel a commitment to those of you that have entrusted any of your funds to the Mitecoin project. It's obviously beyond my ability to control at this point. We've grown larger than my wildest dreams, to be honest. That doesn't mean that I'm not thinking of everybody and somehow trying to be mindful of everybody. And so kind of what I've been thinking about the last couple days, and if you missed the very first stream, which most of you probably have because you weren't on board then, but the whole concept of Mitecoin came over just a couple nights of couple sleepless nights of laying in bed and my mind would not shut off. And actually, I've had a couple more of those nights this last week as I've thought of all of you and trying to do right by all of you. And this is kind of what I've come up with. I want a very transparent way for all of you to see and to judge whether Mitecoin has a long-term sustainability or not. Because, to be honest, that will, it should impact, how much and how confident you are keeping your investment with us. And so I can tell you, I can promise you that I am committed to 1 year, and I marked it out today, and that will take us to, I know it seems crazy, July 26th of next year. I'm committed to giving back to those that create content. Part of the one thing that I've been thinking on is, what level do I offer back each week and things like that. For me, I'm committed to, at a bare minimum, whatever the minimum number of coins is to join our VIP room, that's the bare minimum that will guarantee you each week. I won't go into the exact details, but based on what I have available, it's more than that. But I also want to make sure that I'm prepared to honor my word in that regard. So for one, that's my commitment to you. If you simply bought in at the bare minimum, and if our market cap goes to zero, I am committing to you 1 year of running these crazy streams where one of you have a chance to at least double your money from what if you're a content investor. If you've invested the minimum to create some content and try to get that winning card. And again, that's every week, right? If you're a lucky duck, you could bring home the bacon every single week. So that's my commitment to you. But here's the bit of the twist, or here's the change in how we're doing it, or kind of what that expectation is going to look like. Starting this week, as you've all heard for the last several weeks, what we're doing tonight is we're running a match 'em to pick a winning card for one of you to create some content for our project, and we would love to reimburse you for that. And that's what I just spoke of, my commitment to you to provide that. But as our kind of our theme of the Mitecoin project of Matthew 20:15, don't I have the right to do what I want with what is mine? Obviously, the long-term sustainability is that as a community, we all embrace that idea. So what we will be doing is, what I will be doing is, once we get a winner, and again, I sure hope it's 90.4%. I sure hope one of you can pull out the win tonight. But I'm asking a little different. Of course, the content will be the same. But if you are the winning card tonight, if you don't know how, reach out to me and I'll tell you. It's very simple to create in your Phantom wallet, just to create another wallet address. You don't have to create another seed phrase. And as you send, or when you send me your content, send me that wallet address. And the reason that I really, really want to try to utilize another wallet address is, for one, it's different than your regular holdings. But two, I have been trying my hardest to do some programming, and I've also got a lead on a bot that I can pay for. But here's the idea, everybody. When we get a winner tonight, assuming we do, I plan on setting up a bot for our room that will, and it's all anonymous other than your address. Nobody knows addresses typically. But here's the idea. When we get a winner, will the community share any of their profits or be generous with who happens to be the winner this week? So I can guarantee everybody that buys into Mitecoin what as the dev, I will throw towards them. And quite frankly, I do want to encourage everybody to create some unique content. And if, as the community members, if you see that content and you think that's pretty awesome, and you're looking at, a crazy amount of profit, just at the current price, $1 of Mitecoin is around 11,500. And so ultimately what I'm hoping to do is post the winning address. And once we get content, just throw it out into our VIP room and say, hey, everybody, this is a chance for our community to share or to be generous with what we've received in Mitecoin, and throw a little bit towards this week's winner. Do I expect every week to be the same? Of course not. Maybe some people will surprise. Some people will sit out a week, and that's okay. Nobody will know, quite frankly, especially if new addresses are used. But ultimately, the involvement of all of you will lead to, or will show, the longevity of our program, of our project. If the dev is the only one, then all of you should make appropriate decisions and judgments on the longevity of Mitecoin. If our community engages and owns the idea of Mitecoin, then I truly believe that the sky's the limit. But if you haven't checked out our website, I encourage you to do that. You get a little more background on how we started, and ultimately it comes down to a kind of a bet between my wife and I on whether the community will be generous or not. So no pressure. If if you want the husband to win, then represent. But yeah, that's the idea, that there will be a bot set up for transparency, so everybody knows the level of engagement, and you can evaluate you can generate excitement for our community, and then you can also decide kind of how you think it's going. So that's changes coming. So real quick before we get into our game, let's talk some numbers. I shared a little bit already. Last week, I was going to be kind of Debbie Downer here. Last week, my Solana was almost $186, and it's almost a 143. That is a painful 23% drop in Solana. But as the chart showed earlier, Mitecoin is actually up a little over 1%. Our market cap obviously took a hit with that. Last time we got together, it was almost 405,500, and we're just a little over 339,000 now. But I guess the encouraging thing there, everybody, is that while Solana is down 23%, our market cap is only down, around 15 something percent, or 16, I guess, 16%. So that's definitely better. Our 300,000 Mitecoin is still set for our entry into the VIP room. That is going to cost somebody just a little under $25. And so far we have returned over 308.5 million coins back to our community. That's almost $27,000 even at the current price drop. So, I hope that you're encouraged by that. I know I am. And still, from launch, we're up 18,522%. I know that this hasn't been the best week for us, as far as in the crypto land, but I sure hope that you realize that, especially if you're not familiar with crypto, this is how it rolls. And it just that's the way crypto is. Don't fall for the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. If you've done any research, there are absolutely organizations and entities out there that would love to see the average consumer get out of crypto and have the industry and big companies come in and snipe it away. So, but do your own research with that. So, how about if we're done hearing old Dev blabber on, and I will drop our first poll into our chat. Round one vote. If you're new here, we jump on and drop a vote. It's very simple. 1 or 2 is up for grabs here. My fancy blue rock will be placed on the winner. The voting is open. What we're trying to do for right now is we're going to find out if the winning card tonight is red or black. As always, I know that, again, this is a broken record. That video, everybody, is great content. I posted the video from Crazy Wiener Lady, and within seconds, my X feed was blowing up and getting people asking me to DM them and check my messages because they wanted us to promote and things like that. Obviously, as you've heard me say before, I want to hopefully grow what we're doing slowly and kind of grassroots so that everybody that joins knows what we're doing and kind of what the concept is. And I'm okay with a slow grow. So let's get our votes in for round one. Let's find out. I will say that diamonds are completely filled up. Clubs and hearts have 1 open spot. And I apologize. I normally throw that up, but I've just been blabbering so much. So let's close this poll, and we'll find out what the winning card is tonight. It looks like the winning card is definitely 1, right? So that is definitely the winning card. 66%, 15 votes. Thank you. I think last time I said in our VIP room that we had 11 voting last time, so we did increase it. Now we'll see if we can get more. So tonight the winning card it's black. And as I get more consistent, there's your red loser card. As we transition, I will throw up the pick'ems, so we know that the winning card tonight is black, and there are our options. I will say, not to embarrass everybody, but the spades column does have 3 open spots. That would be very awkward if we couldn't get a winner tonight. So now we know that the winning card is black. So let's jump on. And you can hear my fast typing again. I know you're probably all jelly. So now we know that the winning card is black. Now we have to find out. Poll round 2 is open for voting. Now we have to find out, of course, whether it's clubs or spades. There's that rock. I know seems silly, but I'm old and my mind is failing me. So that helps me reminds me to show all of you the winning and losing card together. So let's see here. Clubs has 1 open spot. Spades has 3. So to start the night, there was 5 total. And right now there's 4 out of the 5 open spots remaining. So I don't want to throw shade at the community, but that will be embarrassing if we can't get a winner tonight. Charge those phones, get those videos going. Definitely provide some awesome content for us. Spread the news. So let's get our votes in. 15 voted last time. We'll see if we can end it. And the winning vote tonight switches to number 2. 60-40. We still have 15 solid votes. Thank you very much. So, winning card slides off number 2. Tonight's winner is a club because, of course, the spades over there. So, we know that it's clubs. So now, we will throw this back up. Now you guys have worked hard, good voting. So now we're down to 11 versus 12. No, 13. So now it would be really embarrassing, everybody. No pressure. It would be really embarrassing if we throw that over here, update that screen for you all, throw up a round 3 vote. And, you know, I know that I've said this in weeks past, but if you are emotional and you hate to say it, but if you're a loser tonight, I'm okay with some losing content, everybody. You got to take one for the team sometimes. So, as we're getting closer to the winner, let's start with a round 3 vote, shall we? Now, what we're doing here, everybody, in case you're new, we're looking for a high-low. We know it's a club. We know it's, of course, black club. And now we're looking for high or low. 7 and lower is low. And the only one that's a rollover is the 10. So if this vote ends up with a low, we are guaranteed a winner tonight. So definitely have those phones ready. Content, baby. That's what it's all about nowadays, especially in all seriousness with meme coins. That's what it is. Even though, to be fair, we're operating pretty atypical of the typical meme coin. But let's get our votes in for round 3. Let's find out if we have a chance of a rollover or not. And snooze you lose. You guys are all participating and jumping in. Uh-oh, we lost somebody. Looks like the winning one, 64-35, is number 1. Number 1 is the winner. So let's find out what the winning card is. Is it going to be high or low tonight? We know it's a club, and the winning card tonight is high. Oh, boy. Don't tell me. There's the low card, everybody. So that tells me that we know it is a high club. Turn that on. Show your picks while I get it ready. And now we can find out who's in the running. We know it's a high club. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 5 out of those 6 are winners. And it is a high club. Transition over. And I will throw up the round 4 vote. If you're brand new, this is our last vote before the finals. Polls open, and now we're basically finding out whether it's odd or even. And if it's an even card, that is the last of our rollovers available right now. So we do have the possibility of a rollover. There's 5 open cards or 5 open spots on this board. I guess one last little time as you guys vote. If, I doubt that it will happen, but if this is a rollover, no new cards will be able to be bought until Wednesday at noon. That's when these 5 cards, 5 spots will be able to be bought for $3 of new Mitecoin, unless new VIP members show up. After that, if it's full, there will not be another board open. So just be mindful of that. So drop our votes for round 4, last one in. Last time we had only 14 votes, and round 4, well, hello. Awesome participation. I appreciate that, everybody. Number 2 won 64% to 35%. So we're going to find out what is under number 2. If this is high, we have a chance at a rollover, and that would be pure madness. If this is low, if this is even, we have a chance at a rollover. If it's odd, we have a guaranteed winner. And tonight's card is even. Oh my goodness gracious. And there's the odd card. Everybody, I know I probably shouldn't be all teasing you and everything, but we have a possibility of an even rollover tonight. So I'm gonna mix these up, and I know you all don't have the poll yet. I'm gonna throw these on here, and then I will throw the poll up for you. Let me add this here. Start a poll. Final vote. And here we have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3. Start the poll, and while you start voting, I will pick this and send that screen up for all of you. And while you're looking at that, we have Blake with number 8. We have 10, which is a rollover, and Austin V with the Queen. So we have 2 out of the 3 chances of a winner, and we have 1 out of 3 chances for a rollover. Wow. I'm not sure that I would have thought that we would actually have a rollover tonight. But like I said, I'm just as excited to see how this rolls with you guys as well. Now's the time to get those cameras out, get those phones rolling, grab some content for us, everybody. I'm always a little nervous when I end a poll on the finals because I don't know whether we're going to have a tie or not. Gather your vote, and we'll see what we have. Number 2 is the big winner at 52%. Number 3 came in at 29%, and number 1 at 17%. So, as we decided last time, this is the loser. This is not the winner. So if this is a 10, we are guaranteed a winner tonight. If it's not a 10, it's a 50-50 shot. Oh, Austin V, you're gone, bruh. Sorry, loser. That means, everybody, that we have a 50-50 shot, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, a 50-50 shot at a rollover. This is madness. Pure madness. Here's the other card. This is the winning card tonight, everybody. If this is a 10 of clubs, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it's a rollover. If this is a 8, then Blake is the winner. The winning card tonight is 8. Blake is the winner. Congratulations, Blake. 10 is the rollover, and that is the loser. So, congratulations to Blake. Hopefully you're watching with us tonight. If not, I'll reach out on Telegram and get some content from you. Everybody, just be looking in the VIP room, for a message about when we're going to try to overwhelm Blake with Matthew 20:15 and throw some of our blessings onto him. And also, I did forget to mention that sometime this week I'll begin to throw some links up to our new Mitecoin hub, a little different look to our Telegram group. A lot of the same info, but it's organized a little different. We can engage and kind of grow our community and touch on some important topics and things like that. So, thanks for giving me some of your night tonight. I know it's been a longer than normal stream, but it's been pretty active in the crypto world, and I wanted to share my heart with you and kind of share the idea behind Mitecoin and see if you make sure that all of you understand what I'm hoping to see it do. But like I said, thank you for giving me some of your evening. I hope you had an awesome day today. Hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend, and we will talk to you soon and see you on Telegram. Bye, everybody.